Hi guys, yes, I am still sewing for winter. I think this is a great addition to my Me Made wardrobe of 2022.
Hello! Yes, this is Mccall's 8029 pattern review. The pattern description says it is unlined wrap belted cape. It has a shawl collar and a self-lined hood, and all the edges are unfinished and edge stitch, which is exactly why I am using my rotary cutter just to get some nice clean finished edges. Now, there was at some times where I kind of got, tricked into sewing the wrong sides together. And so I did have to do quite a bit of unpicking, but that's okay because if you see right here, I feel like the final result came out really, really nicely. And here are the line drawings right here. I did the top one, which is view A. As far as sizing goes, it does have, okay, so the envelope comes in extra small to a medium, or you can get the other cover, which is a large to an extra large. And the bust size goes from 29.5 all the way up to 44 inches. And my bust size is a 40, and I actually went with a size small. So I'm going to show you some details right here. Like I had to cut some buttonholes, but it wasn't for the button, it was for the strap to go through. Used a really small zigzag stitch and just kind of made a large buttonhole, and then took my really sharp scissors and cut it out. So there was 2 in the front and then 2 in the back. That was probably the most time-consuming part, is trying to get those strategically placed. I did use the markings on my pattern sheet, but you know how that goes. Sometimes it's not perfect. I also pinned this collar part together, right sides together, and the directions say to do it wrong sides together. They actually have where it's unfinished all right here. But I just laid down the pieces with the right sides together. This collar area is really tricky, but with some other YouTube research, I was able to figure it out and just went ahead and quickly sewed that together. And I also did not top stitch it. I just ironed it down, and I feel like it looks really good. I did put some notches in it. Like for example, I did that down here so that it would stay closed on the lining area. And then I stitched up here, you can't even really tell, to kind of keep that in place, because see, it's all one thing. Let me actually take this off and I'll show you a little bit more details. See, the inside is flapping like this, and that doesn't bother me, but I can fix it. I tacked it down. See right here, you can see a little notch, and it's stitched in the ditch right here to keep that lining down. What other details? This is what the buttonholes look like after they're finished, although they're not buttonholes. And then I tacked down the belt right here, and then this is the other one in the back right here. So oh, they also, for the belt, they tell you to fold the wrong sides together, and they want you to stitch the belt with the raw edges. I'm not a fan of raw edges. And so I just did the wrong sides together, and then I turned it, inside out. So there's no raw edges showing on the belt. But that made it a little bit smaller. So I didn't need to make these holes that big. So that is another alteration that I'll do on the next one. It's actually not even a big deal on this one though. And so overall, I think with those finishes, it did turn out really good. I also, this YouTube channel right here helped me out so much. I would not have been able to do the collar. I did not know at all how to do the collar. And so I followed that. And you can see I did a lot of unpicking. Since this was my first time working with this pattern, I went with a cheaper fabric. This one was this is a fleece from Joann's, and it ended up being like $5 a yard on sale. And so, you know, if it's the first time making it, I think that this is not a bad fabric to start with. And I also have to point out the obvious. It would make an amazing Jedi robe. I actually do want to make this again. I'll probably make it again in the fall, maybe with like a plush fleece or like a wool or something like that, now that I know how to navigate the pattern. So yes, I would actually make this again. I didn't think I would. I kind of struggled, you know, with all like the unpicking and things like that, but I definitely would make this again, and I would recommend it to you with not the directions that they have provided, but you can go to that video and look at hers, and then also keep in mind all the alterations that I did on mine. And so yeah, I would definitely tell you to make this jacket shacket, and it's for fleece and it's really warm. So I also have other pattern reviews on my channel. There is a pattern review playlist. Make sure that you go ahead and check those out. And I do want to thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Until then, happy sewing. Bye guys.